Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man. I'm doing kind of a special video tonight. I don't really care if I get any copyright strikes on this because I want to share this with you guys. And for any Supergirl fans, those who didn't like the movie, did like the movie, whatever, this is going to be the Making of Supergirl featurette that's on the video on demand version of Supergirl. Because yes, I did buy this when it came out on Fandango day one for $24.99. I know, shoot me. I couldn't help myself. And I finally decided to watch this today on my regular TV. And, I enjoyed it. But look, I want to talk about the making of. So we'll watch this together. You'll hear my reactions as we're watching it through. And, yeah, stay tuned. All right, so let's get this started, guys.
Being by your side these many days, I have learnt of the legend of Supergirl, who lost everything and kept on walking. Tomorrow, when Malice will make its attempt and help us back from the heavens, there is a woman waiting.
You hear that like ethereal music that they were using in the beginning of the that shot there while she was reciting the lines from the comic? Why couldn't they have music like that in the movie? Just a heads up, I already watched this, and that's why I wanted to share it with you, because I did enjoy this, and it made me feel even more like, wow, like, so why did this end up like this? Like, why is this so bad? And it made me, like, just think about a few more things about this movie.
I'm Millie Alcock, Supergirl.
Welcome aboard, please watch your step.
We've done it! We've done the movie. There's nothing really left to do.
She gets out and stops there. I was going to give her a moment.
It's January 9th, 2025. Day one on Supergirl. I just thought I'd come and, just hang out for a little bit and,
At the end of 2023, I want to say, I was back home in Australia. And they were like, can you do a self-tape? And I was like, yeah, did a self-tape. And then like 2 weeks after that, they were like, can you come to Atlanta? And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Everyone ready? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, action.
hi there. I believe you're from Krypton. I've been tracking your ship for the last few months. Few months? That's what, but now it's been tracking your ship since 1982. All right.
Okay, here we go. And action.
The reason we chose to do Supergirl was because I read Woman of Tomorrow. Even on that phone call, I said, you know who I think would be a good Supergirl? Millie Alcock.
Watch your step there. Might be a little slippery.
When I first was watching this, and the few times that they showed James Gunn and Peter Safran, I don't know, dude. I felt kind of bad for them, and not in that way, because like I know they're super rich and like they're fine. I don't mean like in financial sense, bro. Like they're fine, bro. They are not gonna be stressing out, okay? But like they look like two fuddy duds. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like they're still trying to relive their glory days, and because they're working on this movie, they still think like they have their pulse on what's great. Do you know what I'm saying, dude? And like it seems kind of like that. But you know what's funny though? Watching this, you'll see why. I'll explain why. I love David Cornsweet even more than I already do, and I like Millie Alcock a lot still. I still think she's great. Not the Supergirl that they made her play, but her as a person and who she can be as Supergirl. I think she'd be just fine if they let her be more fun. But you'll see.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Millie brought that authenticity and the real feel that James always wanted but she also made us cry when she screen tested.
Okay, wait. Yeah, can I go? I don't know how to go back a little bit on the voodoo thing. Let me see if I could. Is it an arrow?
That phone call is
Few months. That's what. But
I'm sorry, guys. Hold
authenticity on the real feel that James always wanted.
Hold up, wait.
But
Look at this.
He
shot.
also made us.
Look at James at this shot, bro. Am I hallucinating? There's just something about him in this shot. Like when I saw this, I'm like, bro, he looks like he's contemplating, like, what the fuck did I do? You know, like he knows he's full of shit. He knows they're full of shit here.
Cry when she screen tested.
Millie read, and Anna, our beloved screenwriter, I remember her being just so emotional hearing Millie say these lines.
She kind of has she can't not be honest, and I don't know what we would have.
I can't stand this one. I'll tell you that. This one I like even less than I thought I could. You know, like the David Cornsweet, Millie. Oh, and the girl who plays Ruthie. I like her. Like I think she's fine. Like, and in real life, like she seems like a great kid. She's only 12 years old. You know what I'm saying, dude? You can't really talk shit about her. You know, she's just a kid having a good time, and I think she seems like a great kid. But this one, I don't, you know, like I never actually heard her speak before, never watched anything with her in it before until this. And I dislike her even more somehow. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And actually, I do. When she says certain things, I will point it out to you in this video.
Done without her. Like 10 days after that, I got the news, so it was like incredibly fast.
Oh wait, there goes Millie. Jada, 12. 1, 2, 3.
I always do the thumb.
I think they look great. I think she looks great as Supergirl. I think she's going to be... Honestly, dude, I think... Now that they're shaking off the drunk bullshit from Tom King's nonsense... And if they try to allow her to really be herself in Man of Tomorrow, and I'm hearing a lot of fucking crazy shit, by the way, about Man of Tomorrow and what James Gunn is doing, which will be another video. But like, if she looks like this and acts like this, like with David, I think they could be like the best super like pair, like super cousins, bro. I think it would be great, you know?
I never know what to do because it's kind of funny.
Like watching these behind the scenes, the way they were like interacting with each other as just actor and actress and like, you know, having a good time, felt more like Supergirl and Superman than in the actual fucking movie.
You got to see David on Superman. How was that?
Terrible.
Like, you know, I feel really bad. Like when I first trashed on this movie, I said that they made her in the movie look ugly. I feel bad saying that, but I did in future videos say that I think she's beautiful in real life, right? So I always said that in the future videos, but they did go out of their way to not make her look that good in the movies. I still hold on to that thought, but in real life, like normally, like she's totally beautiful, man. Like, I mean, if you're like the people at work, right? Like there's one person at work who will say like, Kirsten Dunst is the ugliest chick in the world. And you have no right to even say that looking the way you do. You know what I mean? Like if I met a girl like Millie Alcock, right? In real life, I mean, and like we hit it off and the way I am, bro, I would be, there'd be something wrong with me if I said like, she's ugly, right? No chance in hell. There'd be something wrong. She's great looking, dude. I think she's fun, funny, beautiful. She's got that nice Australian accent, bro. Like, the fuck? I think she's fine.
I kind of was like, help. And I mean, bless poor David. I was kind of like, what should I be doing? And he gave me.
I mean, she's very humble. You know, like she's not an arrogant jerk like a lot of the actresses you see on TV that are like, well, I don't need anyone's help. I'm this, I'm that. I'm so fucking wonderful already. You know, like she's very like honest about things. And I pointed that out in one of, I forgot which Supergirl video it was, but she was doing like some kind of interview or something. And I said like, no, Millie is actually being honest here. As drunk as she might be and as weird as she might be in that moment, she's telling the truth.
Some advice.
When you fly, you have to do. When you fly.
Yeah.
So I have to fly. What are the arms?
Well, so
It can't be
sometimes
the left one.
sometimes you do both. You do either one, and then if you're relaxed and flying, which I'm not a lot in this movie, there's a great frame from All-Star Superman where he's going.
Yo, bro, this is where I was like, dude, David is just so fucking cool. You know, like when I first made this channel, I made that video where I didn't like the Superman movie when I first made this channel. And, you know, for those who already know, I changed my mind. For any new viewers on here, I started my channel off a year ago saying I didn't like the Superman movie. But then like 6 or 7 months after that, I changed my mind. I made 2 detailed videos about it and one loose video and then like a very concise essay video about it to really, you know, concrete why I loved Superman 2025. But in the first video where I criticized Superman and I didn't like it, I accused like James Gunn and all the cast of being kind of fake about the, you know, reading the actual comics. Because do you remember that one picture where they were reading like a really old Superman comic and I was saying at the time a year ago, oh, they're just doing that for marketing purposes. They didn't actually read shit. But like right here, like David like blew my mind because he's like, oh, actually, like in the All-Star Superman comic, he also flies in this position. I'm like, dude, David fucking got into this shit. No, like he really got into it. Like the fact that he just brought up that comic too, because you know they didn't have to. So that I don't know, dude. He's just so awesome, bro. I just love David Cornsweet. I think he's I don't know why people don't like him. I don't know why people prefer Henry Cavill. I think he's fun. And I was watching the gag reel on the Superman thing again too. And like I just think he's the perfect Superman, dude. He's funny, he's fun, and when he has to be serious, he's serious. You know what I mean? Like he's not serious all the time like the Henry Cavill one. No shit on Henry Cavill. Snyder fans get mad at me. But I like Henry Cavill, but for me personally, Cornsweet is the comic book Superman for me, and more.
I'm sure you'll come up with something cool.
The author. I'll see you later. Sorry.
Great to meet you.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't think I would be here, and I am.
They do the breath?
If anything, shame on that bastard Tom King for creating Woman of Tomorrow in the first place. And I know that sounds crazy because without it you wouldn't have, you know, Millie Alcock at all as Supergirl. But I mean, shame on him for doing the whole drunk bullshit, all of that. And I know to them, you know, it was all great. It was just a Hollywood character arc for her to redeem herself and all of that. But I mean, for the movies, this was a terrible way to bring Supergirl into the DCU. And obviously I'm right about that because look at the box office. Now, of course, I always clarify on my channel, just because a movie does bad in the box office doesn't mean you as an individual cannot like the movie. There are plenty of movies that did terrible at the box offices throughout history that I love. You know what I mean? So, but the only reason why I bring up the box office is to prove that they did something wrong. And I think, honestly, using Tom King as the source material was the very first mistake. I still hold on to that very much. But, you know, it's a shame because Millie is great. Like in real life, I think she's got charisma. I think she's fun. I think she's funny. I think she would be, I think in Man of Tomorrow, at least, she's going to be the Supergirl that she's supposed to be.
The breath? Yeah, but we do the breath the silly way.
I'm excited, obviously, but like also scared.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Like, dude, I just love how David is like just kind of this fun guy in real life. Like, he's very expressive with his face. Like, he's not too concerned with being constantly like a model. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some of these people are like always looking a certain way because they want to always look good every fucking second. Like, he's very like loose and very like fun. Like, I just love that about the dude. I don't know if Henry Cavill is like that. I know he's very nerdy and he seems like a great guy. I would have to look more into Henry Cavill, like behind the scenes stuff on Man of Steel again. But I really love David's energy, man. I love his energy, man. I just love it.
Wait, we don't actually live here. There's a lot more to Earth than just this place. You'll see.
I felt a lot of pressure and I was excited, but you know, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get over that. But piece by piece, I got my confidence up.
Oh, should mention, your powers will probably be kicking in right about now.
So dumb. So dumb. It was such a great opportunity to have flashback scenes of her and Superman, you know, trying to make her adapt to Earth. And maybe you would show her not fitting in, and maybe that's why she ran off to be drunk on different planets. Such a wasted opportunity, man, really. And you know what? They had deleted scenes that showed Ruthie that was going to be like the beginning of the movie. Well, after they show Kara. And when they would first introduce Ruthie, they were going to show her on the farm playing with her little brother, having dinner with her parents, and having, you know, like, and the deleted scene was actually not bad. I think that would have been great if they had that established deleted scene, and they had her like riding on like a animated like monster like on her farm. It was really cool. It was an unfinished like 3D model, so that was even cooler actually. But like, dude, sincerely, man, like what a way. I don't think this was the fault of Craig Gillespie, because he seems really nice, and I have a feeling James Gunn fucked up somewhere. He must have had the final say on the edits, or who had the final say on the edits, because like just that one deleted scene, and also another deleted scene where they're shopping together and talking about like creme, was actually a nice shot. There's a few things they cut out that actually, if you kept it in the movie, I think would have improved it. I actually think it would have improved it a little more. Not like a huge margin, but it would have made it a bit more bearable. Especially Ruthie needed that little buildup, that little play with her brother and the farm, and the dinner scene with her family eating together, and then Creme comes in and destroys her life. You know what I mean? Like, but they didn't have that. They just completely took that out. I don't think that was Gillespie's decision. I'd like to know who decided that, because that fucked up the movie big time. They should have kept that in there.
First hit is always the best hit. You know, anything exciting and new is kind of terrifying, so.
She's so grounded. She's so approachable.
Action.
She's so accessible for a character where what makes them tick and what makes them special is their unique humanity and their unique life experience. The fact that she can convey that to an audience in a way that feels so believable and authentic is what I think.
I mean, the executive producer, you know, everything she's saying is nice and you know, it makes sense logically, but it didn't work. It didn't work with the audience. Obviously, it didn't work.
Makes her so special.
It is very different from Superman, and that's just because Kara is very different from Superman.
No. Okay, see, I can't stand this Anna Nogueira, whatever her name is. You don't read the comics, obviously, and that's fine. You don't have to, all right? But don't go around and try to change the history of Supergirl and act like she's totally different from Superman. She's not. I mean, yeah, of course there are some differentiating things that make her unique, but like, really, she's just the feminine version, the female version of Superman. Girl Scout, does everything right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could always do different stuff with her, but don't act like that's the canon. Supergirl sacrifices her life in Infinite Crisis, and she's a pretty goddamn important character. A lot of people don't give her that credit. That's one of the reasons why me personally have so much respect for Supergirl. People on my channel probably wonder, you know, because my channel really got big, and not big. I mean, you know, for me, it's good. It got a boost when I really got into Supergirl, because that's who I really love. I have so much respect for it because, one, Crisis on Infinite Earths was what got me back into comics like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even remember how long it's been now since I first read that. But that got me right back into comics, and Supergirl's death is what really hooked me in and really got me back into the genre. So that's why I have such tremendous respect for Supergirl. And I feel like these people who are telling me these things about her piss me off, because, like, do you even know that she sacrificed her life on Infinite Crisis? Like, do you even realize how fucking integral she is and how the treatment she got with the comics? Like John Byrne turning into a fucking plasma called Matrix, and it was terrible what they did to her, until Peter David had to fix it. You know, luckily he fixed it, and you know the history. On my channel, you know the history. But no, don't tell me she's different from Superman. She's not, dude. She's part of the super family. She represents the super family. So what are you talking about? She isn't. You don't know what you're talking about, jerk.
That's what I love about this version of the character.
And I wouldn't be so mean about it if I wouldn't connect her to like she's like a female Tom King. She's totally okay with botching and destroying a character that she doesn't know, but she's gonna tell you she knows. And if you don't agree with it, well, you don't know it, right?
What in my hand? Uno momento. Wait, give me a second. It just came out of the thing. Sorry, everyone.
It's in line with what she's been through and her past, and the whole movie. We asked that question. How do you open your heart in a world that has taught you over and over again to close it?
First of all, you do a terrible job of that, Anna. Because the worst thing you show us is, you know, Argo City, the death of Argo City. But you contradict the point, because she didn't, her parents, you make her parents tell her, you know, the lame line, be good, not this, not that. And you throw that away. So you make the parents' death meaningless until the end. But like, we don't really understand why. I mean, we could fill in the blanks on why Kara is drinking and she's running off to red planets with red suns, and she's in like an existential crisis. That's why I said we should have showed her not fitting in on Earth, not feeling happy on Earth, because, you know, she lived on Argo City. Like, that's Supergirl's character. She actually lived like a Kryptonian until she had to come to Earth. Unlike Cal, I'm sorry. Yeah, Clark, who, I'm just having my nose is killing me, guys. I'm sorry. It's like August weather and I'm all itchy and everything is bothering me. I'm sorry. But Clark lived on Earth, born on Earth, had no idea about Krypton until what he listened to and read about from his father and everything, the hologram. But what makes Supergirl unique is that she did have that experience of kind of a Kryptonian lifestyle on Argo City. So coming to Earth, this is like a downgrade for her. So they should have emphasized that more. And maybe like as Clark would be with her on Earth, training her and trying to get her to like it, you show like this kind of tension, this kind of like, I don't know about this, Clark, you know, like show them like they're not able to hit it off right away, maybe, or she's depressed and he can't kind of like shake her out of it. She's like, you're trying your best, Clark. You're a good cousin, but you just don't understand. I lost my family. I've watched them die. I left Argo City. I just feel empty right now, Clark. And I just, I appreciate everything you're trying to do. You're a great cousin, but I got to go out there for a while and I got to find myself. I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, they had to do something with Clark and her more because I wasn't getting that feeling about what Anna Noriega is saying about, you know, the Earth tells you to close your heart off, or the world. Like, what? Like, if anything, she should be using the time that she was given, not dying on Argo City, and meeting her cousin to be the best she could be, which she obviously she gets at the end of the movie. But it's just weird the way they did everything. It really is.
Clear the set of all equipment. We're looking back this way.
One of the genius DC writers, Mark Waid, for example, did a great job actually filling in Tom King's bullshit. He was like, you know what? Mark Waid wrote, like, well, after she got controlled by Darkseid and then Superman broke her out of her hypnosis. She still had all of the trauma from that experience, and she went off to get drunk and stuff. Like Mark Waid did a nice thing with his imagination to fill in her, in one of the in the Supergirl annual. I thought he did a really brilliant job of making sense of that shit.
Get everything out. Thank you very much, background. Okay, give me a sec.
And give us a set.
And act.
Who stole my meat?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Okay, one more resetting.
Who stole my meat?
That guy.
The script leans into the violence, the trauma, the emotion, and the choices that these characters make. And I knew, being able to come in under the umbrella of DC with James and Peter, that they wouldn't shy away from that.
He came in as a very accomplished filmmaker with a real point of view.
Dude,
and when
James and Peter, James looks very awkward, man. He looks very he doesn't look confident like he did in the Superman movie.
pitched us that point of view, it just felt like something that was so...
Look at him, bro. He looks not the same like he looked in Superman. You look at some of the stuff in Superman, he looked like he was having more fun. This does not look like a man that's confident or happy about what his end product was. I don't know if they did the behind the scenes before the box office failure showed, or they just did these scenes, put them together. I don't know, dude, but it looks like at least James here looks like he already knew this wasn't going to work.
Compelling, we had to go down that path.
In terms of story, Craig is someone who's always looking for what's not on the page, in a way. You can read a scene and be like, oh, so these are the beats, this is the arc, this is whatever. He'll kind of try and invert it, which is really fun.
We're 2 weeks in. We're in the amazing hub, and it's kind of cool. It makes you feel like you're actually in the scene. Yeah. When the whole pub looked at me.
That's such a bad, you saying attention, and the way she says it, they should have gave her a better line, I don't know, even something just funny as a kid, the fact that she comes in like a soldier like that, it just comes off kind of weird. She should have just you know what, maybe I would have even had come in, maybe walk in the bar a little bit and just look at everybody and be like, hello, excuse me, sir. And maybe the grumpy alien be like, get away from me, little girl. Maybe then she'll go to the next guy, excuse me, miss, she's like, bug off, And then maybe then she would have gone to Kara, or I don't know, dude. But having her stop the whole bar like that, it just didn't sit right. And I don't think a lot of people like that scene. I didn't like it in the comic either. So that's just my opinion.
Creepy. Strange, I offer you my family sword. I mean, all the aliens look so different. They all have their own unique personalities and looks.
Yeah, so we just need to reset the sword.
Ready?
Hey!
I didn't like how when her family died, they just cut to the next scene and she's just standing there barely crying still, and then it just goes to this. I would have built up her character more. Had that deleted scene where she's with the family, then they get killed, then show her maybe burying the thing, making the burials for them somehow a little bit, not too long, but show something like that. Maybe show her on the ground and I don't know, holding the dirt, putting a flower on it, and crying. I mean, really letting the tears out a little bit more than what they did. Because I could tell, the kid can do it, because you see how she is in the behind the scenes. She's very expressive. So I'm sure they could have made a way better, more emotional, in-depth scene for her than they delivered.
Scary. Traumatizing.
The movie
She's having a great
opens
time.
in a place in outer
Can't blame her.
space where Kara has no
What
powers.
12-year-old kid wouldn't love doing this shit, man? I would have.
Let me talk to him.
I mean, you're hanging
That's
out with Millie, right behind the scenes. You see how Millie really is. You know what I mean? She's a lot of fun. You see David Cornsweet a little bit. Like, what kid would not have a great time here? You know, you don't. As a kid, you don't really think about like what they're actually making and then putting out as the final product. You know, you're just having a good time with it.
really delicious to people to see a superhero one who would choose not to have powers.
It's not too late to not be a dick.
You'll see a Kryptonian and it feels like they can get out of anything, and she finds herself in a situation where she's actually just a normal human being.
She's not a human being, dude. They keep fucking doing this. She's a Kryptonian. Like, yeah, sure, they look like humans. I mean, they did this in Superman 25, and I only forgave it, like, because, like, in the very beginning of Superman, remember they show you the text, and they say, like, metahumans, and he's a metahuman. I'm like, he's not a metahuman. Okay, a metahuman is someone who's born on Earth and has, like, the superpowers, however they get it. Metahuman, right? He is a fucking Kryptonian from another planet. Different biology, different everything. Compatible with human beings, right? Could have a kid with a human being, but they're Kryptonians. So it always bugs me when these people who are like imposing like that, they know what they're talking about. It's like you're fucking up even a little detail like that. They're not human. It was just forgivable on 25, Superman 2025, because Clark grew up on Earth, right? So he identifies himself as a human being, even though he's Superman, and he knows of his Kryptonian heritage, but he was just making the point to Lex Luthor that he's more human than alien, and he's trying his best to do what's right for his fellow human beings. So that makes sense. But here, it's like, I don't think Kara is really thinking that deeply about it. And secondly, she's a Kryptonian. And when she fights the alien guy and does that twirl, because she doesn't have her powers, I mean, I guess because she's a Kryptonian, maybe her strength is normal. I mean, her strength is like double that than like a regular female human would be. So she probably could fight like that thing like that. We could use that like kind of excuse, I guess. You know what I mean?
And she has to figure it out.
Ready, guys? Craig came in and he made a couple tweaks to the script. You go to his set, you know who's in charge. He's very...
Gillespie to me seems like a decent, genuine director. Like, I think he did some pretty good movies like I, Tonya. I think that I want to know whose final decision it was for the editing, because I know a lot of... They go through the corporate boards. I was watching a great interview with Bruce Campbell recently. He was talking about how he was diagnosed with cancer, but he was talking about all this great stuff, like how they make movies now. And he said, like, when we were making Evil Dead, Sam Raimi, and we were working on that, that was our baby, you know? But now when they make movies, like, it goes through the marketing team, it goes through the corporate people, you know, by the time they're done with the movie, it's not yours. So does the blame lay down to Gillespie? I don't have the facts yet. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, and from my instinct, I don't think it goes down to Gillespie. I think Gillespie is a genuine good director. I really do. He's there. He's doing his thing. I think it's coming down to James Gunn. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking.
Very driven, he moves at a pace.
Just give me back the sword and we can move on.
Which is great, because he knows what he wants, and once he's got it, he moves on.
There's a singular point of view that he has, but there is that quirky scrappiness that I think really speaks to his approach to the character.
Why are you so angry?
Craig is just so good at taking a complicated female protagonist and letting her exist in all of her messiness.
How do you like that? Oh God, there it is. Wow.
To get to see Supergirl struggling.
Like what Anna Narega said, this is why I don't like her. Like, she's like, just letting a female protagonist exist in all her messiness. It's like, lady, we're going to the movie not just to watch someone exist. Okay? We're going to see Supergirl. You know what I mean? This is a little beyond, like, you know, our everyday trite of reality. You know, we want something a little more than that. You understand, lady?
Or is being marginalized. One more time, guys. Try the look, I'm bleeding.
Look, man, I'm bleeding.
And she's lost, and she's not sure what her role is, and she wants to be her own person and figure out what her rules are, which aren't necessarily in line with how Superman sees things.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm a little winded.
I want the action to be very visceral, in real time and violent. You feel the
Yo, here's the crazy part. Either the movie theaters are just bad, or my 32-inch Emerson TV from 2013 is a hidden gem of a beast. Because I rewatched this tonight on that 32-inch TV that's like 13 years old. And either they fixed it when they put out the VOD version, or my TVs at home are better than the fucking movie screens. Because Supergirl tonight, watching it tonight, was way more colorful and way more bright and more fun than when I saw it at the movies 5 fucking times. Could someone explain this to me? Did they fix it on post or before they released it on for TV? Or is that the actual film and the movie theaters I'm going through to just suck? I went to Cinemark and I went to AMC theaters and I went to different types of movies, 3D, Dolby, IMAX, standard, and there was another one. But you get what I'm saying. Oh, and the fan screening. Okay, so like, it's got to be the movie theaters, because every fucking iteration I went to see was dark, muddy, and shit. But tonight on my 32-inch Emerson TV, zoomed in, because I don't like the black bars, I zoom in. I don't care if I cut it off. The color, the definition was beautiful. It was fine, and I actually enjoyed the fucking movie tonight. No shit.
pain of what's happening, as opposed to being too poetic with it.
Excuse me. Can you move over so I can sit next to my friend?
We needed more music like that. You hear that ethereal music? They needed more music like that.
What's my name?
I went through a series of auditions,
Senior.
and there was a lot of time in between, so I wasn't sure if I was going to hear back. But then I did get the call with the news, and it's the best feeling ever, and it's a feeling that you can't describe.
Eve is just such a star, and I feel quite protective of her because she's so young. Like, she's so young, and she's doing this big thing, and I can barely do this at 24, let alone
I fucking love Millie.
like 12. She started when she was 12.
I love what...
Like, she's just so honest, and she's so nice. Like she's like so sweet about the kid actress. You know what I mean? Like, I love that about Millie. I think she's a great person. I really do. Like, she's awesome, man.
Working with Millie, and I look up to her so much. I also think it really helps that we're filming it roughly in order of the script, because, I mean, our relationship will get stronger and stronger, and we'll make more of a bond each day. And by the end of the script, I mean, our relationship will be so much closer, and it will be natural to film, and it won't be like fake, and it won't be staged. Yeah.
We kind of shot in chronological order. The wormhole bus was really fun because we could play with jumping in space because of the disappearing button. I'm just going to name it the disappearing button.
And the worst part of the movie still, though, that's still the worst. The worm bus with the disappearing button. It's the disappearing button. It just takes me out of the fight. It's too goofy. It feels like something out of a video game. I still don't like that scene. It doesn't do anything for me. Like how they made them like glitch out when they disappear. It's like it doesn't even make physical sense. Like that looks like something that happens in a video game. Like you're pixelating. Like, why did they choose to make them like pixelate when they disappear? It's weird. You know, like maybe if they did like a I don't know, anything else but that, like maybe like a beam like in Star Trek. But I just think the whole disappearing thing was just a bad idea. They should have just had a fight in the bus, and then, you know, you could have still kicked her out of the bus to get her into space. You know what I mean? But you could have did it like without the disappearing button. I still think that was a bad choice.
So we ended up on one Friday afternoon. Everybody had rehearsed for like 2 hours. We shot that fight. That fight was fun.
Sorry, somehow we'd be able to see your face. You're gonna go again.
Okay, we said.
And then Craig came back with this idea of this dolly shot. That was something new and something pretty epic. The camera's on a crane and it swings, and you do one action here. You shoot this, whoop, and then you've got to make sure it times out, and then you move to the next action, and the camera does the same thing, and the next pass, and so on and so on. I was like, there's no way we're gonna get this done in an hour. No way. And we did it in like 45 minutes.
That's why
like,
it sucks. Why did a scene like that only take you 45 minutes? A scene like that should take a little longer. That's why it doesn't feel good. It feels like nothing. You know what I mean? Even with post sound effects and editing, it just doesn't come off good.
Whole crew like locked in. I was so proud of us that day.
Millie got thrown into the very deep end. This is a 4.5 month shoot that she's in nearly every scene. The highlights for me was when we were actually doing like dialogue scenes.
And roll, please.
And Millie, you had your knee up before, is that cool?
Yeah.
System Bravo 2 heavy homework.
Yeah, Gillespie is very good with the dialogue scenes. Since I had the movie zoomed in tonight, especially so the scenes with Krypton where they're speaking in Kryptonese, I didn't see the subtitles for it because it was cut off from the zoom, and I left it like that because I already know what they're saying from memory. And great acting, and even without the subtitles, the Krypton scenes are actually really good. So yeah, Gillespie loves the dialogue scenes, and he excels at those scenes. He really does.
Take 180 homework.
My opinion.
What's Superman like? Is he like you?
I like this scene. I
Grumpy?
like this scene.
Rude?
You think I'm rude?
Of course.
What?
Is Superman not that way?
Clark is the freaking nerd.
To me, it's always about tone. It's like, how do I get that balance that keeps the audience off kilter? They never know whether they're going to laugh or cry at whatever moment. It could be in the same scene.
Yeah. Just at one point, I kind of want to look at that picture because it's a
You
picture.
can look a little bit around the room at the beginning, like you think this is her bed.
There were just some things he never had to go through, so his heart is light. It's not like mine or yours. Sorry, I buffed up the lines. No, I just said them in the wrong order. Can you go back 2 lines?
We just have very different ideas about what it means to be a hero.
In the middle of this long shoot that we're doing, and to sit down and do like a very intense 3-4 page scene and be so present and so nuanced with it, it made it very tricky in a way to strike that balance of like the restraint. And she was beautiful.
When I say no, it's like I'm not talking out of my ass, Ruthie. Grief is a killer. And it can make you want to break bad or get revenge, but
Another thing they screw up on, like, we don't ever see Kara murder or kill anybody in her past, so how does she know all this stuff? I mean, you know, she's just basing it off of like more basic morality, like not to do vengeance, not to murder Krem. But it would have made more sense if she had a backstory of like killing somebody out of anger or something. You know what I mean? So it just comes off as kind of preachy a little bit on her end.
I don't think any of those things are going to lead you to where you want to go.
It's been a journey, and it's candidly discovering it a little bit as we went through it, and Millie, who ultimately just became more and more kick-ass as the process went on. Right now, she has this strength about her, just gotten sharper and unapologetic in the best way.
I like the use of practical effects in this. You know what I mean? Like, you could see they put a lot of like with the practical effects. But for some reason in the movies, it just doesn't. It didn't work. It didn't work. It's fucking crazy, man.
It's been really exciting. Millie is absolutely killing it. Amazingly, we're about week 7 into the film. We're actually halfway.
So week 7, and we're about halfway. So are you telling me that you did this movie in 14 weeks? 14 weeks they did this movie? That's a short time. That's a short time, isn't it? Or I don't know what I'm talking about. Feel like you should spend a little more time.
You're gonna go. You could have done that sooner. So I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Could have done that sooner.
Yeah.
Run.
Rolling. Line B.
I told you not to move.
I had him.
Do you notice week 1, 2, and 3, you don't see Jason Momoa anywhere? Like, I have the feeling that they inserted him late in the game, but I might be wrong about that. But it seems a little strange that I don't see Jason in here anywhere still. I remember saying in the beginning, like, I felt like they just put him in real quick as a marketing ploy because they were worried that they weren't getting enough people to come.
Yeah,
there he is.
Let him burn.
Week 4. So was he in it originally?
Doing well, we're doing it.
Why did he show up then?
Doing it. Every day's
I don't think he was supposed to be in it. I don't think he was supposed to be in it, and frankly, I still think he shouldn't have been in it. He adds nothing to the movie. He just wastes screen time. You would have been better off with more development for Ruthie and Supergirl. That's it. That's it. You did not need Lobo. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jason. I still feel the same. I haven't changed my mind on that, man. Love your Aquaman. Love you. But sorry.
And we're out of M stage.
I don't know if I can say this, but
M stage is my nemesis.
M stage.
He's your nemesis.
I think everybody's really happy to be off M stage.
Yeah.
Huge battle scene that took 4 weeks, but it's pretty awesome.
I know, it's
and you
cool.
survived.
Thank God for that. Yeah. See you later.
I like to see myself as a very sort of, as well as genre-based, but very sort of character-driven cinematographer. So I'm always looking for clues from each and every one of the characters in the script and the story itself to give me those pointers as to which direction that's going to inspire me to go. In the film, there is a great deal of color, not in a garish way, but color that you wouldn't normally expect.
That was good timing. Perfect. Perfect.
Here we go, Shirley. Right up.
We don't like the green sun. In this case, green does not mean go. It means stop.
Can we rate the footprints, please?
Just the left hand. There you go, and then just put it on. Ready? And action.
He drew our sketch of the cave scene. He drew arrows of where we would move in that scene. So I love how he envisioned the cave scene to be. He is such an amazing director. I'm so fortunate to be able to work with him.
It's drilled into your head. The audience wants to see the character in their suit. By a certain point, if you delay it, they'll get upset. And the first time Craig and I talk, he's like, I don't think she puts her suit on until Act 3. I don't even think she wants to put it on. I think it's in the messy ship. I think Ruthie finds it and she puts it on when she's dying. And I was like, it just set the tone for everything going forward.
Okay, I won't lie. If I was working there and I was talking to Craig, the director, and he said that, like, in my mind, when he said that, I'd be like, that's actually a brilliant idea. Like, it sounds very good. But I just don't, I don't know, man. I don't think it works. I think she should have worn the suit maybe at least 50% of the movie. Just for style's sake. Because Superman, I think Superman, he had his suit on 100% of the movie. But I mean, I see the mental logic there. You get what I'm going with that? Like, it sounds really good. It's a good idea. Deep idea. You know, but I just I don't know if it really executed well. You know what I mean? Great idea, but I don't know, man. Because it was her movie, and I feel like we should have seen her more in the suit. You know? I mean, like The Punisher, right? The Punisher, for example, in seasons 1 and 2, John Bernthal Punisher, you actually don't see him with the skull a lot, you know, but when it comes out, when that skull comes out, man, shit gets crazy. You know what I mean? So like, it's worth the wait. But he's always wearing it, but he's hiding it with his jacket. So he zips it up whenever he's ready to show it off. You know, like she should have been wearing the suit, like in the comic book, in the shitty Tom King comic book, at least. She's wearing the suit the whole comic, the whole fucking comic. And she wears the trench coat. What they do in the comic is once she's finally Supergirl, she just takes off her trench coat and you see her red cape. So that's like when she's fully accepting herself. I think that would have been fine. You know, like you're hiding her cape through the whole movie. She's still wearing the suit, but it's kind of hidden with the brown trench coat. And then like near the end of the movie, she takes it off and it's her fucking cape. You know what I mean? I think that would have been better because it's still a superhero movie. That's all I'm saying.
It's got to make sense for the character.
You start to notice the sun.
And if it doesn't have that internal logic, we're not going to do it just because it's the thing that you do in a superhero movie.
The suit, it's a symbol.
I mean, you're already doing a lot of different stuff for the movie. You know what I mean? Like, you went too far. You know, like, you did so many things that are, like, away from the traditional superhero movie, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, though, the more I think about it, like, I like that they had the balls to kind of try to go in an unconventional direction and do something different, but they had to make some compromises, and I don't think they made it enough. I think they just went fully what they wanted to do and just completely disregarded, you know, the comic, honestly. A little too much. You know, they had the elements of it, but they really took out the core. I know that sounds like, but that's just how I feel.
It's a symbol of being a hero, of being capable, and Kara's journey throughout this film, she doesn't believe that she can be that person, and she really struggles.
She's in the suit, and not only is she beating Krem up, she is flipping around and twirling.
That. Yeah, I like that scene. That was a cool scene.
And it is...
I like when she goes fucking kung fu on their ass. That was good too.
Joyous. There is nothing better than just...
Yeah, I think that looks good. I like that scene a lot.
Unbridled ass kicking.
I think she looks fantastic in the costume. You know, like, same worker at work who thinks Kirsten Dunst is ugly said Millie Alcock, Supergirl, has no sex appeal. It's like, I mean, you could say that they made her suit like where her boobs aren't like that big, like in the comics, but no sex appeal? I don't know, bro. You're stretching it. But Zendaya has sex appeal? Seriously? I think Millie Alcock is fucking sexy, man. I like her a lot. I'm a sucker for blondes.
You're throwing out brigands and tanks as if they are toys.
Oh, the best part I like actually is when she like flies through the desert and she just fucking flies through the tanks. I always did like that scene. Then they had a good sound effects for that, nice impact for that. That was a great part. I don't think they show it here, though.
So much wind!
She's come to fruition. She's
fun to
accepted who she is.
I think Millie is great. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, we get submerged underwater. There were men like strapped to chairs as the water would rise. They would have to like hold their breath until we would pull cut and then pull the water back down.
More and more. Sorry, I can't help myself.
All right, here we go.
I went on the rotisserie rig. It's just this turning tank, basically.
3, 2,
this is funny, this part.
I think they would only let me do it one time. Just feel your organs go up and down.
That's fucking funny.
Awesome, thank you.
I haven't.
And the guy is like being thrown all around, and she was staying still mostly. And like they're like, "Oh, Millie, you okay?" It's like, "Yeah," and that guy's fucking dying.
Really done much wire work before. I think it's such a new experience. So to find out I was doing some of my own stunts was the best feeling ever.
3, 2, 1, action.
Awesome. I mean, who does that every day?
They show Millie the foot.
Do you notice how little, if at all, they show Jason Momoa? I have the feeling that he was post-production, like they put him in after the fact. Like, why do I get the feeling that they finished the movie and then somebody, James Gunn or somebody's like, we're not getting enough attention. There's not enough people who look interested in this movie. We need Jason Momoa. And okay, slap Jason Momoa on the post-production. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, where is he in here? I don't see him anywhere. Very rarely, like they show him. It's strange. So again, that I think that makes me prove my argument. I think Momoa actually ruins the movie. That screen time should have been used to develop Ruthie and Supergirl. I'm gonna stick with that until the day I die. And there will be people one day who will see that this could be a good movie if you listen to some of my advice. You put in some of those deleted scenes. You take out Lobo, if that's even possible. I mean, it's not possible at this point. And I can't stand everybody who says like, oh, the only part of the movie that they like was Lobo. It's like, are you kidding me? That was the worst part. That was the worst part, man. Like he just takes up space, man.
Footage. And we said something like,
and I like Lobo. You know I like Lobo. I read his comics, even the newest comics. I talk about them. I love Lobo, but it did not work in here.
Didn't Eve do a good job? And Millie goes, that's you? That's not your stunt double? And Eve was like, that was me. And she was like, girl, what? And it was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Just like watching these two women cheer each other.
That's what pisses me. I forgot to mention that. She did this before, this Anna Neregra. Every time she describes Millie and Eve, the child actress, she doesn't say like girls or I don't know what. Yeah, Millie's a woman. But Eve is a child. She's 12 years old, but she keeps referring to them as woman. Like that makes me think of those leftists who are like, oh, 10-year-olds are women. It's like, no, they're fucking not women. Why are you calling children women? That sounds like you're trying to say something else. So like, I don't like this Anna Neregra, and I'm sure it's not like a weird thing. The reason why she's saying it because she's one of those like Hollywood types that like, she makes sure she says all the right pronouns, all the perfect words that fit in. All, you know, like she probably every day she wakes up and she looks at a list of like politically correct words I could say for the week. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't stand people like that.
On for being like so cool.
Get it out of your ass, lady. You know, you got in there for whatever. I don't even know why you got in this. I don't care how I sound. She should not have written this script. You could have found anybody else to write this script. She had no credits, right? She just made like one short story or short film. Why did you give her this script? And I don't care that Super had a low budget. You could have found anybody else who had at least one or two superhero genre to write a script or superhero TV. I would have taken somebody from CW and have at least like somebody over them to be like, okay, man, that's good, but a little too CW-ish. I got to help you make this more like a movie. You know, like I would have taken somebody from the TV show at least who had some background history of that, and then have a second person kind of filter it so it's not like the CW, but you know, at least it's like a. You get what I'm saying about that? Does that make sense?
In their fight scene, and Millie just being like such a big sister to Eve about this like really challenging thing that they both have to do, and all of that sisterly love and respect comes out on screen.
Don't cry.
Visually, it's like the big end of the film. We shot in Iceland, plates in Iceland as well. The exterior there, which is so beautiful, and we managed to take those actual plates.
I didn't know they did this in Iceland, so that's really cool. I mean, she's wearing this Supergirl skirt and like no clothes, so she even says like her face was frozen. But even before she said, I'm like, Bro, they did that in Iceland and she's dressed like that. She's probably fucking like almost gonna get sick as fuck.
And build upon them.
Ruthie?
Standing out in that Icelandic landscape in the costume for the length of time that she was, it takes a lot for someone to do those things and tie that into an incredible performance.
Come on, guys, what's going on?
Lights being passed on, and action!
We had like 4 seasons in one day. The sun also didn't go down. It's always light there. We were shooting on like the side of this volcano. I lost feeling in my face that day. I was slapping myself.
I love this.
And it was like, what are you doing? I was like, I can't feel my face.
You can't stop me.
I won't.
These 2 women, by the end of this movie, are...
Bitch, they're not 2 women. It's woman and a child. Stop saying that, bro. It sounds weird. Why are you trying to make a child a woman? You know, like, I just don't... It sounds very nefarious, man. I don't... Just say, like, Millie and Eve. To see Millie and Eve do this. To see Millie and Eve do that. Like, stop saying woman. Eve is not a woman. She's a 12-year-old. You're weird. You're weird. Hollywood, Anna Noriega, insert.
Spent. But if you kill him, it won't take your pain away.
It's been 48 hours of them
James Gunn and Peter Safran haven't said anything yet. They just came in like for 3 seconds twice.
going through it, facing their trauma, and they could take a knee and they don't, and they find it in themselves.
Show them who you are. You're Ruthie Marino of the Dynastia clan. 2 kick-ass chicks.
I don't like that line because, like, I mean, I know she said it in the bar one time, but again, there hasn't been enough development. So, like, we should have had those deleted scenes. We should have had, like, a little speech by either the mother or the father be like, you know, we are the Dynastio clan, and this is how we operate. Sure, we sell weapons to random people regardless of how they use those weapons, but we have a code, and that code is we take money for those weapons, and that's just how we, you know, I'm joking, but, like, there hasn't been enough development for me to feel anything at that line, and it just sounds really bad. It doesn't sound baked in. It just sounds raw. You are Ruthie of the Dynastio clan. Like, ugh, it doesn't come off the lips well. Not even Millie could make that sound good.
Both of their stories are fueled by this pain. It's fueled by this hurt at the arms of things outside of their control. Your life will be your revenge.
Supergirl is willing to do things that she knows is ultimately going to be painful for her in order to save Ruthie from having to bear those later on.
You're lying. They're lying because there's a deleted scene on here where they were shopping at the mall together when they were on another planet, her and Ruthie. And Ruthie's like, I will kill Krem and blah, 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 and do this. And Supergirl's like, I'll be there to make sure you don't. I'm not going to let you kill him. And I'll let you say a few things to him and let you knock him around a bit. But once you're done with that, you get that off your chest. We're going to kick his ass and we're going to, banish him to the Phantom Zone. So when I saw that on the deleted scene, I'm like, motherfucker. They originally intended to send him to the Phantom Zone, didn't they? Just like in the comic. So who stopped that, man? It was in there. It was in the script, man. They were going to follow the comic. They were going to send him to the Phantom Zone, not have Kara murder him on the ground like that. So somebody fucked up again. You're lying. I caught you in a lie.
Your life.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
That's for my dog.
Kara does not kill.
And this is for what you did
She
to that
does
little
not
girl.
kill. Not like that. You know what I mean? Like, no. I still don't buy that. Bro, she's not the Punisher.
Like, they're not trying to save the world.
She's
They're
not
just
the
trying to save each
Punisher,
other.
okay? She's not John Berthenol with her grunts, you know? If that was John Berthenol, he'd stick the sword and be like, with his grunts and shit. I love him. Love him.
That's a wrap, guys!
Thank you guys for an incredible day. Thank you for all the hustle. It's amazing.
As Peter and I walk through DC Studios, we want to say, what is there different about bringing this character to light in this way? How is this different from other superhero cinema we've seen before? She has to be an interesting character.
Fuck
and
you. Fuck fuck you. I'm sorry. All right, guys, if you're wondering why I'm just saying fuck you randomly to the computer screen, we have to make her an interesting character. Yeah, only somebody who didn't read her fucking comic books, watch the CW show, watch animated movies where she's like the main thing for a while, like only a person who didn't do all that would say that, okay? It's like people who never read Superman comics and really get into his movies and like, oh, Superman's lame, he's square. You know, or like he's not he's too goofy, he's too this. It's like, did you read his books? No, but I just don't like him because he has underwear on. It's like he's outdated and he's from, he shouldn't really, he's too old. He's been around since the 30s and he's still the same. It's like, well, you know why you feel that way? Because you didn't actually read his fucking comics. You don't see how he is still. So there's James Gunn, in my opinion, exposing that he hasn't read anything else other than Woman of Tomorrow. Because, bro, read Peter David's run of Supergirl and you fucking tell me she's not interesting. Okay? She literally fucking becomes like an angel and she goes to hell and she fights Satanists and she fucking she does all this crazy shit in the Peter David run. You tell me she's not interesting. Okay? So yeah, that only comes out of the mouth of somebody, even in the new Sophie Campbell run. Okay? She's fun. So right there, James Gunn is showing that he doesn't actually read the comics, man. David Cornsweet, multiple times, and in this specific, proves to me that, yeah, he has read comics, man. Like, he loves this shit. At least, even if he just, like, read, like, multiple Superman comics, I respect that, because I'm not saying that I'm not saying that these people need to read every comic in the world, but, like, David Cornsweet, he sat down, he read what he wanted to read, and he got into it. You know what I mean? And, like, I love that. She just read Woman of Tomorrow, which is fine, and that's her thing. But, like, when these people act like, you get what I'm saying.
That's what Millie Iskara is in this film, not just as a person flying around with a cape, but as a human being.
Can you play the whole song, please?
The whole song, please.
Millie and her interpretation of Supergirl and what we've done with her is very rough around the edges and unapologetic.
This woman that is unabashedly herself for 2 hours is awesome to me. She's as varied as every woman that I know. She's someone who sees the ugly truth of the world, and she's gonna fight for the good of it anyway. Yeah.
What's the ugly truth of the world, which you did not define? Okay, the worst experience that she had was the death of Argo City. You keep saying world. You keep saying world. So what was so bad about Earth? You didn't tell us that. You didn't tell us that.
Okay, let's go. That's a task for all of us.
You can be your own hero. It's kind of up to you.
Thank you.
Well, don't thank me out. You're fine, right?
Every kid wants to find their superhero. I'm just happy I found mine.
Come on. Come on.
If you guys could travel back in time and give your past selves like one piece of advice before you started, what would it be?
I would say be yourself, because that's the best thing you can do.
Sleep more.
Yeah.
Sleep more.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
That's so funny. The kid is so idealistic and like so into it, and like Millie's just like sleep more, like fucking relatable. As I'm recording this video at like 4 a.m, I feel that. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this, watching this with me and hearing some of my commentary, and I hope it gives you a little bit of a different perspective to see things a little bit more differently. I'm not telling you to like the movie or dislike the movie more, but I'm just so fascinated by this because of how bad the movie did and how my first reaction to it. And no, I don't love the movie. I don't hate it as much as I did in the beginning. I actually kind of like it now, but not for you know, I'm not going to be making no concise essays that I love this movie and it's like better than I said it was and I was completely wrong. No. But I enjoy it for other reasons. Like now it's not as bad on my TV. I enjoy Millie. I think Eve is good as Ruthie. If anything, I'm just pissed off at whoever fucked up the editing, the deleted scenes, and who decided to go certain directions and paste Lobo in. I still don't like that. But yeah, guys, damn, it's late. I gotta go to bed. Like, subscribe, comment as you see fit. Have a good night, guys. This is Comics G-Man.